Ladies and gentlemen, mains and mainettes, Shinobi Nation, and the Busters unite, we are here with a brand new video in our Resident Evil marathon. Before we head over to Resident Evil 6, we have a movie we need to recap. A movie that I watched last night, and a movie that was pretty good. And the name of that movie is Resident Evil. Now, I ain't gonna lie, man, they like 3 for 3 right now when it comes to some type of government, president, terrorist type of movie with Leon in it. Because that's exactly what this movie is, but it was pretty good. I honestly would watch it again. That being said, we got another video about story films that we're gonna be watching. He did a recap of the whole movie. I apologize in advance if any parts of this video is like grayed out or blurred because, you know, while these videos are up on YouTube, mine always gets blocked when I'm reacting to it. But before we actually play it though, let's try to get a good timeline of where we at, because I think this movie took place in 2011. We know Resident Evil Revelations 2, it never really told us exactly, but we're assuming it was like late 2011. Then after the 6-month jump, it would have to be like mid 2012, somewhere around there. I think this movie was taking place in 2011, so this would be happening like either before or during the time when Claire got kidnapped and all that by Alex Wesker, yada yada yada. I don't know when RE6 is taking place, but I know this happens before it. So let's just get into it. Yep, Ada in that mix.
Hi, Story Film here, and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to tell a story about an animated movie called Resident Evil Damnation. This movie is a sequel to Resident Evil Degeneration and takes place between the Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6 games. Before we begin, get yourself something to eat and drink, find a comfortable place,
and like always, these mugs look amazing. The graphics.
The film begins with the narrator's voice over the opening titles with the events of the Civil War in the Eastern Slav Republic after the dissolution of the Soviet Union. The corrupt female president, Svetlana Belikova, has recently gained the upper hand as of late, which has prompted the rebels led by Buddy to resort to bioorganic weapons. With news like that, Leon S. Kennedy sneaks into the Eastern Slav Republic. Upon arrival, he is greeted by a message from his mission supporter, Ingrid Hunnigan, informing him that the government has ordered the immediate evacuation of all American forces. Leon, having come this far, refuses to leave with bioweapons lying around freely.
I don't know what they're trying to do with Leon in the movies, but it's like every movie I've seen so far, Leon, he's like a different character. Leon would still be like on my top 5 favorite characters, but the way they have him acting sometimes it's like, you know, you'd be like, bro, Leon, come on now. You feel me?
He gets rid of his phone and goes against orders, traveling further into the city streets. In a parking garage, he meets his contact, Scarecrow, and sees that he is mortally wounded.
Scarecrow, I'm the Tin Man.
Despite trying to help Scarecrow, Leon is attacked by a licker who kills Scarecrow and pursues Leon. He is nearly killed when an explosion knocks him unconscious, but he is spared when a shadowy figure controlling the beast through mind control orders the licker to stop. Leon awakens as a captive to 3 freedom fighters, rebel leaders JD, Buddy, and the old and sick adamant Ivan Jadanovich. JD takes a mild liking to Leon and expresses his fondness for American products, while Buddy remains calm and cold and Ivan hacks and coughs violently. Meanwhile, President Belikova calls a meeting with Ada Wong, who poses as a BSAA agent.
Still doing that
explains how a master-slave relationship between a human and a bioorganic weapon via the virus-dominant strain.
I think it was the Plaga, lost something.
Elsewhere, Leon, JD, Buddy and Ivan are attacked by Belikova's forces, but they are distracted when Ivan begins showing signs of undead characteristics. JD and Buddy manage to kill the troops and escape, taking the infected and dying Ivan with them. Leon eludes them, but overhears Ivan telling Buddy to kill him, as he is no longer functional and will turn. He hears Buddy reluctantly and with disgust shoot Ivan.
Like damn, Final Fantasy
and Buddy become separated, and Leon finds JD and rescues him from several infected rebels who have turned and become Plaga hosts.
It was Plaga.
These creatures chase the two through the sewers.
I don't know if it was like this. I don't think they flat out said if it was the same one from RE4 and 5, but it's a type of it. Cause yeah, they were able to control like the lickers if you were infected with the Plaga. And lost Plagas, you know what I'm saying? But
until Leon and JD just barely escape onto the city streets. Then they witness with shocking horror how a soldier is forced to his knees by the infected,
and they had to
cute
put it in his
zombie
mouth.
Painfully shoves a transformation spore down his throat.
Like RE5.
JD leads Leon to a church where the rebels are hiding. Leon tries to reason with Buddy, who plans to use the plaga for battle, but Buddy rejects his advice. After Buddy leaves, JD helps Leon escape after telling him about Buddy and how he was once a pacifist who became a rebel when the Russian government bombed a school where he worked because they thought it was a rebel hideout.
School teacher.
The explosion had killed Buddy's wife and caused him to take up arms. Leon then sets out to stop Buddy just as the infected begin to surround the church. Leon reaches the place where Buddy entered only to find it abandoned with the strain taken by Buddy.
And oh man, the fight scenes and action scenes in this movie were fire, especially with Ada.
He is confronted by Ada and suspects that she is responsible due to the sample retrieval mission in Resident Evil 4, which she denies, but confesses to having procured a sample in Eastern Slav. She flirtatiously asks Leon if they will ever continue that night, to which Leon replies, anytime.
I was like, what night is they time at? I don't think we saw nothing in, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to look at it. Honestly, after this video, I'm gonna look some stuff up. But yeah, Ada was fire in here, and it's been what? RE4 was 2004, right? Or 2005, one of those things. So it's been, sheesh, 6 years, I think, 5-6 years. Man, oh man, maybe, I don't know. They talking about a night where they met up. They probably did something, you know what I'm saying, off screen, bro.
But now, Ada warns Leon that the place will be purged soon by Belikova's troops before she flees into the night. Leon rushes back to the church to see all the rebels overwhelmed by the infected, leaving JD as the last survivor, though mortally wounded and infected. JD gives Leon his weapons and armored vest just before Buddy arrives. As JD begins to turn, he confesses to Buddy that he never fought for freedom, but mainly to hang out with his friends just before his head bursts into tentacles. Leon, who looking forward to show JD America after this mission, shoots him out of bitterness. Leon tries once again to convince Buddy not to use the virus, but he refuses and flees when the church is bombed and the ceiling collapses, with Leon narrowly escaping. The next day, Belikova digs deeper after finds out that Ada is a fraud and is after a virus.
Their fight was good.
Belikova confronts Ada about this while having tea, and Ada, now realizing she has been exposed, attacks her.
I'm gonna have to find the full clip, honestly, if he don't put it in this video. That fight was hard. I was like, brother, what? That's why I was like, this president, I forgot her name, the Elaborate whatever.
Unfortunately for Ada, Belikova is no ordinary president because she knows how to kung fu. Realizing that Belikova is a pain in the ass, she grabs a knife and attacks her with it, while Belikova dodges the knife like a pro.
Right, like even if she an enemy,
have fun with her knife, she manages to snatch it from her while tearing her shirt. Suddenly the phone rang and the secretary, who was enjoying the action of the two women and was amazed to see that Ada's shirt was torn, took some time to answer the phone. He then tells that the terrorists have broken in, and Ada takes this opportunity to escape, but is trapped in a sealed room, which is actually an elevator.
Yeah, elevator. I said, damn.
That's impressive.
Right?
Outside the palace, Buddy attacks the capital with a team of liquor lackeys, which make short work of Belikova's soldiers. Leon breaks through the capital walls and comes across with 2 liquors and dead soldiers lying on the ground. He manages to escape and meets Ada, who was tied up but managed to free herself with a knife strapped to her thigh. The two stumble
it wouldn't have been
upon
strapped
the
to her thigh. I'll try to play the clip. She hit her heel. She was able to break her heel off, and her heel was a knife. I'll play the clip. Made me think about RE4 when she was strung up. She ain't let that happen again.
Control of the hive, discover the plaga parasite, and realize what Belikova was really working on before being confronted by Belikova and a squadron of her soldiers.
You'd better watch out. That old broad's got a bite worse than her bark.
Say what?
I swear.
Seeing that Belikova and her soldiers were distracted,
she did almost
turned off
Leon,
the lights while Leon fired randomly, causing the soldiers to spontaneously fire and shoot each other.
She like literally threw Leon. I was like, damn.
Take Belikova as a hostage and slowly retreats while asking her if she's the one spreading the plaga parasite, not knowing what awaits him. After Ada, Leon became the second victim to taste Belikova's kung fu.
I hope they show that scene. She launched this dude. You would have took your damn knees off with that kick though, boy. I'm like, damn. Right there, I said brother. I guess he went into a backflip as well. But she's strong, you know what I'm saying?
However, Buddy joins the party with a bunch of lickers under his control due to the virus he's taken and starts attacking the soldiers. Leon asks Buddy if he used the strain, which Buddy answers him by sending a licker to kill him, but Leon managed to shoot it dead, even though his vest was cut open. Leon then sees JD's flask sticking out and says with a sigh, as if saying to JD, "I'm sorry, I couldn't stop him," before taking a sip from it. He then tries to shoot Buddy, but Buddy eludes him and Leon is chased by more lickers while Belikova's men are killed off. Buddy sends his lickers to attack Belikova, who takes refuge behind an impenetrable glass barrier.
Again,
Belikova then uses her own bioorganic weapons, the Tyrants, against Leon and Buddy, who now form an unlikely alliance.
That's what I was about to say though. Just like Resident Evil Degeneration, this could have been a fire game, honestly. Could have been a fire game with the enemy types and the president girl and this tyrant. Pretty much Mr. X, bro.
Buddy sends a licker to test the tyrant, but obviously he's no match for the big guy, while Belikova escapes to make a false propaganda report. Leon and Buddy flee outside after managing to trap the two tyrants in the elevator with the help from Ada. They then encounter another tyrant and Leon baits him, to where Buddy and his lickers gang attack him.
This was crazy. Swear, bro. I don't know who be on like the animation and
Buddy
CG of these games. They pretty hard.
Lickers long enough for Leon to shoot at a nearby petroleum truck and seemingly destroy the beast. However, the tyrant emerges from the fire and smoke, unfazed by the explosion. The now naked and sexy tyrant attacks Leon and smashes him against the column on the steps of the Capitol.
How is he real? The RE protagonists are not human, bro. You telling me you get picked up by a tyrant,
attacks Leon and smashes him against the column on the steps of the Capitol.
He's okay.
However, Leon, whose spine should actually break from the impact, tries to defend himself, but finds that his weapon is empty.
Is not real.
As the tyrant prepares to kill Leon, Buddy commandeers a tank and collides with the tyrant. Leon jumps into the back of the tank and with much difficulty, managed to blow the tyrant's head off and kill him for sure. The tank runs over the tyrant's corpse and flips over.
It ain't over.
As Leon and Buddy crawl out, Leon asks Buddy if he's up for a couple of beers, to which Buddy replies only if Leon pays. Giving in to the painful effects of the infection, Buddy sees two more muscle-bound tyrants and for some reason walks up to them naked, insisting that Leon leave him behind. Leon refuses and takes Buddy with him while the tyrants chase after them. Meanwhile, Belikova begins her address to the nation when she's informed by her aide that the Americans and Russians have arrived and are attacking. Buddy and Leon limp to a nearby water fountain where they're surrounded by the tyrants. Leon finds he's out of ammunition and prepares for a last stand with his combat knife. At that moment, a USAF-10 fighter arrives and tears apart one of the tyrants with heavy gunfire and blows up the other. Leon realizes that the Americans have been keeping an eye on him the whole time. A disappointed Leon leans against the railing of a nearby bridge and watches the battles take place as Buddy sits depressed behind him. Buddy explains that he's nothing left to live for, having lost his wife, his mentor, and all his friends, and will soon be a monster. Buddy begs Leon to kill him so he won't turn, but Leon silently refuses. Buddy prepares to shoot himself, but Leon snatches the gun away from him and says that there's something worth living for, and that enough people have died already. He then raises the gun and says goodbye to Buddy before shooting him.
He said all that, you know, he didn't die.
Later, one morning, Leon is shown drinking in his hotel room, which isn't like him at all. He watches the news and talks to Hunnigan about the mission. Leon is still disappointed that the outside forces of the US and Russia did nothing to prevent these disasters in advance and mainly pursued their own interests, intervening only at the last minute. Hunnigan
it just
insists
makes me
that some good has been done, but Leon hangs up coldly and then says,
In the end, nothing's really changed.
Yeah, it makes me mad. Not mad, but that's what I was saying about Leon's character. This has been what, shoot, another 4 or 5 years since Infinite Darkness, when him and Claire had their little dispute, you know what I'm saying, and they went their separate ways. It's like, Leon, you didn't have to do that. You could have gave Claire the chip. Shoot, you go work, well, maybe not work with TerraSave, but go rogue, you know what I'm saying? You still in the government, and he knows stuff ain't right there, but you still there, you feel me?
He then leaves the room to clear his head from this ordeal.
But
somewhere in Eastern Slav, a cleaned up and reformed Buddy is shown in a wheelchair. It turns out that Leon had shot him in the spine to prevent the strain growth. Buddy painfully, but happily pushes his wheelchair up the road, having become a teacher again and found something to live for.
yeah.
The film ends with Ada talking to her employer about a plaga sample she retrieved earlier,
Don't
but
know who this
hawking it
employer
and
is.
explaining that she is unsure what to do with it. Her employer removes a universal arrest warrant from her, which she's impressed with but hasn't quite made up her mind on the matter before signing off.
That's how it goes off. So yeah, like I was saying, it was definitely a pretty good movie. I will watch it again, honestly. The fight scenes and action scenes were heat. Story was good, but it isn't nothing brand new. But it was good enough to, like I said, I will watch it again. Like always, that was a pretty good recap, but I still advise to go and watch it for yourself if you want to, so you can get the full context. But before we end this up officially, I gotta show this fight scene. I know I might get blocked or copyright claims, but this was a smooth fight. Smooth fight. I was like, daggone. They just still got it, even though this daggone president was holding her own, bro. Like she at the end of the movie, it says she just resigned. We never saw her like go to jail or get beat. So I mean, she's still out there somewhere. I was like, oh my goodness, them mugs was scrapping. I don't think they ever hit each other though, so it's like kind of equal. She did put Ada in a hold though. She was gonna choke her out, I think. Damn. Yeah, these RE protagonists are not human, bro. Freaking super soldiers. Yeah, I thought it was finna be in raps here. She made it out though. I was like, damn, Ada. And even with this knife, like how she end up getting a knife? The president. I was like, damn. She definitely good at what she do, boy. We need her on our side. She ain't even phased. Damn, strong gun. I'll probably mute this. It's just gonna be quiet fighting. I'll put some random music in the back. But yeah, it's pretty much over here. This one she got cut, and then it was revealed that where she is a elevator, which was crazy. And this was that scene of her and how she freed herself from being tied up. I was like, damn. She should have did that back in RE4, but I guess that just come with experience, I guess. I was like, brother, what? Flexible as hell, but it didn't make no sense. Man. And just like that, she was free. I was like, bruh, this was a solid movie. And the way it went off, it was very open, you know what I'm saying? Almost like a cliffhanger. We don't know who Ada is working for now since Wesker is dead. It seemed like she got a lot of people she worked for. Don't know how that's gonna play out, but we know the next game is Resident Evil 6. I think a lot of people are in Resident Evil 6. When I look at the cover, some of them I didn't know, but I think I saw Leon. I think Ada, but I'm not sure. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end this up right here. This is Resident Evil Damnation. Like I said, definitely watch it for yourself. Pretty good movie, pretty solid. I think we still got like 2 more movies to watch somewhere in our marathon, Vendetta and Death Island or something like that. I got them on my list. I just gotta figure out when I need to watch them. But the next thing we're gonna be trying to tackle is Resident Evil 6. I saw a comment saying that I might as well just recap it because it's like really long, but I want to try it because I never played it and people always talk bad about it. And at this point in this marathon, I'm like very happy with this franchise, you know what I'm saying? I love Resident Evil, so I can't see this game being that bad, so I gotta try it for myself, and that's exactly what we're gonna be doing. So hopefully tomorrow the next video will be episode 1 of Resident Evil 6. But with that being said, until then, I hope y'all enjoy. If you did, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell so you know when I'm posting, man. Share the content, share the channel, do all of that. I'll see y'all in the next one. It's your boy Kai SMG. Peace.